So I had a request from one of you to do a video down at Darling Harbour. We're just going to kick off outside the Pontoon Bar. So come for a walk with HW around Darling Harbour, and we'll see what we can capture. At some stage my battery's going to run a bit low, so I'll probably have to stop and whack the battery around. It's a nice day in Sydney, apart from the rain that we had earlier on the week, and apart from the wind today. It's very windy. There's a helicopter up there. So yeah, come get around Darling Harbour. Let's get into it. A few of the restaurants along here. A few seafood restaurants. There's a few people from around the harbour that have private boats that sail their boats up to the marina here and jump off and have lunch at the Cockle Bay Wharf. That's the Cockle Bay Wharf in there. BlackBird Cafe up the top up there. And that's the joint that I used to go to over there, Nick's Seafood. That used to be a favourite of mine back in the day. There's a guy there smashing down a seafood platter. Plenty of families out and about today in the sunshine. So there used to be, I don't know whether there still is. Oh yeah, there is. This is Home Bar on the corner here, and for a long time it's been a night spot for the young people of Sydney. I don't know whether it still is, but has been around for a long time. I'll just flip off the camera here and restart it on the other side, because there's not much happening down here other than some construction. We're on the other side now. We'll kick off outside part of the convention centre. Water's glistening in the sun. There's a familiar site of the Barangaroo Tower there, right on the edge of that peninsula over there. Centrepoint Tower poking through those two buildings over there from Darling Park. Should we have a look at the people playing in this fountain over here? This fountain's been around for a long time. always a favourite for the kids to play in. So it's a bit windy. Hopefully the dead cat on my microphone is stopping the wind a bit. A few people lined up to have a feast of seafood over there. A few people having a ride on the Ferris wheel today. It's actually operating. Last time I come through, it wasn't activated, wasn't working. The main entrance to Harbourside Shopping Centre over there. Not going to go inside the shopping centre. A bit boring. People really packed into the eateries today. Waterfront Grill and Bluefish Cafe over there. Kazbah. Smashing one of those shush pipes over there. Is that what they're called? Shush pipes or something like that? This one here is closed down. Maybe getting redeveloped. This one's curved. Oh, we should have walked on that delightful pontoon there. Oh, there's a few people up the top smashing some lunch down.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. I wonder if he's filming a YouTube video.
cable up on that flag up there is making a sound like a big, what are those big tinny pans that they bang on, a big gong, that sort of thing. It's a decent sized catamaran down there. The entrance to the Maritime Museum down here. That's part of the Maritime Museum over there as well. They've got an old frigate or cruiser or whatever it's called there, and they've got an old submarine over there as well. Bunch of old tugboats, stuff like that.
I don't know what it is.
We'll get up on this Pyrmont Bridge in a minute and walk back across to the city. This is some sort of art installation. Just shut off the camera here as we face towards the Pyrmont Bridge Hotel, and then switch back on when we get onto the beach. Switch back on here as we walk onto the Pyrmont Bridge, and there's another entrance to the Harbourside shopping centre there. Climb back onto the Pyrmont Bridge. It's a nice view back to the city with the flags blowing in the breeze. Back in the day, the cars used to cross this bridge to get over to Pyrmont from the city, and it's one of those bridges that opens up to let the ships through with larger masts. But it's been closed to traffic for a long time. Pretty much since they developed Darling Harbour into a tourist spot, or a tourist mecca that it is today, with all the restaurants and bars down here. Yeah, bloody Flagpole's still making a racket. all along there, starting with that Novotel building there, and then down to that square building, and then heading down towards Haymarket. That's all part of the Sydney International Convention Centre precinct. There's always been a convention centre there for a long time, but they redeveloped it a few years back and made it a bit larger. See the Ibis Hotel up there and the Novotel. Any tourists who have stayed in those coming to Sydney. Down in Darling Harbour here in this spot, this is where they normally have the part of the International Boat Show. They'll have all the yachts parked there, and people will come out of the convention centre over there, walk down onto the marina to check out some of the larger boats, and then obviously some of the smaller boats and equipment are inside the convention centre. I can't remember what time of the year that boat show's on, but it's a regular event every year. We'll walk under the part of the bridge here that used to open up, or where the bridge keeper used to sit, and the bridge used to turn and allow a laneway through, which the larger boats could sail through. It was pretty much here, it was up here that used to open up. Just here, it's where the bridge used to open up, and there's the bridge keeper's little hut over there. Hopefully we'll make it across Pyrmont Bridge before my battery, not my battery, before the camera heats up and shuts down. Oh, there's a few tourist traps over there. Let's get across there and have a look. So down there we can see that riverboat in the distance, and the other big yacht. That's King Street Wharf. Plenty of bars and restaurants down there. And then down here's the wildlife park. Madame Tussauds, Sydney, and Sea Life, or Sydney Aquarium. And I can see there's people lined up for tickets down there now. Get inside the aquarium. I think the aquarium's the main attraction down there. Got one of those tunnels that you can walk through and the fish are swimming over the top of you. There's certainly a lot of people out today. There's Cockle Bay Wharf over there again. At the top of Cockle Bay Wharf there's a couple of cheeky restaurants which are a bit more expensive than the ones that you see down on the main walkway. Back in the day when Star Wars was part of the new Star Wars franchise was being filmed in Sydney, and this is prior to Disney taking over. So this is when George Lucas made those other 3 films, I think it was. Was it 3? I can't remember. The one that with that silly Jar Jar Binks character in it, with that elevator over there that people were lining up on. I actually got in that elevator and George Lucas was in the elevator. He'd been out for dinner down at Cockle Bay. He had his security detail with him, and they got lost. They were trying to get back into Darling Park where the car was parked, and had taken the wrong elevator. They needed to be further in Cockle Bay to get the elevator back to Darling Park. But yeah, he was in this elevator here. I think he ended up stepping out of there. And I remember at the time I was quite surprised at how short he was. Not a tall guy at all. As we leave Darling Harbour behind, I might end the video here overlooking the main expressway that gets onto the Harbour Bridge. It gets the traffic over to North Sydney. So that's the end of my quick little Darling Harbour video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, watching the 4K TV. The video is over.